What's up guys, today's video is on the top 5 best Mandoline slicers. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that will meet the needs of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. Starting at number 5, we have the Oxo Vblade Mandoline Slicer. Effortless is how we would describe working with our pick for best Mandoline slicer overall. The Oxo Good Grips Vblade Mandoline Slicer. This is a French mandolin, which means that it sits on your counter rather than being handheld, like the Japanese mandolin. This mandolin has 4 blades to choose from: straight slice, French fry, crinkle cut, or julienne. It also has 4 different thickness settings, ranging from 1.5 mm to 6 mm, making it a versatile slicer. The thickness is controlled by an easy-to-use dial that has a lock on it to help prevent accidents. If you have limited space in your kitchen, you'll appreciate that this mandolin slicer is easy to store. Simply fold in the slicer's non-slip feet and lock the mandolin, and it becomes compact enough to put into a cabinet. We also love that this mandolin slicer has a food holder. A lot of the trepidation about using a mandolin has to do with safety. The food holder provided us with a non-slip grip on the food, which helped keep our hands and fingers safe. During our slice testing, we found that this mandolin's sharp blade made cutting through potatoes easy at any width, and that it managed to slice tomatoes perfectly thin. However, making French fries was not an intuitive experience, as it was tricky to figure out how to switch out the blades to be able to julienne. Keep in mind that this mandolin can only be washed by hand, and we found while testing that it was difficult to reassemble after cleaning. Be prepared to spend a few extra moments with this mandolin slicer during cleanup until you get used to it. Moving on, at number 4, we have the Oxo Good Grips Handheld Mandoline Slicer. Available at an affordable price point, the Oxo Good Grips Handheld Mandoline Slicer is user-friendly and easy to clean, making it our choice for best mandolin slicer for those on a budget. There are 3 different thickness settings with this handheld mandolin slicer. It has settings for 1, 2.5, and 4 mm. To choose the thickness, just slide the thickness adjuster that's located on the side of the tool. Like the Oxo Good Grips Vblade Mandoline Slicer, this mandolin slicer has a food holder that makes for a safer experience. We liked that we were able to use this slicer to slice fruits and vegetables directly onto a plate or bowl. We also appreciated that the tool is clear, so we could watch the slices accumulate below as we cut. Cleaning up was easy since the mandolin is dishwasher safe when washed on the top rack. It's compact enough that it does not need much storage space. During testing, we found that the mandolin cut through potatoes at every thickness with ease, and that the grip and sharp blade made cutting soft fruit like tomatoes easy. We did notice that, while cutting the tomato, slices had a tendency to come out uneven, but for the most part it created thin slices. While testing, we found that the design of this mandolin made slicing smoothly difficult. The blade of the mandolin does not sit completely flush with the plastic, creating ridges around the slicing area. As a result, we experienced small hiccups during our slicing motions. At number 3, we have the Reiner Mandolin Super Slicer. If you are an experienced home chef looking to enhance your slicing game, and maybe willing to spend more on a quality mandolin, our choice for the best mandolin to splurge on is the Reiner Mandolin Slicer. This Japanese mandolin uses stainless steel blades and BPA-free plastic, with a large open handle for comfort and a non-skid rubber base. It has 4 interchangeable blades to choose from: straight edge, coarse, medium, and fine tooth. These blades are useful for wide slices, chunky cuts, long narrow, and extra narrow julienne strips. It comes with a safety guard that holds smaller pieces of food as you slice them, so our fingers didn't get too close to the blades, which we found to be extremely sharp during testing. While testing, we found that it made quick work of slicing potatoes at every thickness. We did find that it was easier to use the slicer without the safety holder, though we only recommend going without it if you are experienced with using a mandolin. It can be scary to use any mandolin without a cut-resistant glove or safety guard. The Reiner Mandoline slicer also performed well while slicing tomatoes and lemons on its thinnest setting, which can be tricky. When it came time to test how well this mandolin slicer sliced potatoes for fries, we found that while the julienne attachment was easy to insert, it was duller than the other blades, making it difficult to use. It was also tricky to adjust the blade so that we could create thicker or thinner cuts. At number 2, we have the Dashsafe Slice Mandoline Slicer. After testing multiple products, we would recommend the Dashsafe Slice Mandolin to anyone who is intimidated by mandolin slicers. This slicer keeps your hand far away from the blade for a less stressful experience. The Dashsafe Slice Mandolin Slicer makes using a mandolin easy, as your fingers never get close to the blades. Instead, it uses a gravity feeder and a mechanism that you push down to cut. The chute does limit the size of what you can slice. We had to cut a potato in half to fit into it, but it sliced cleanly and efficiently at all thicknesses. It also sliced through a lemon without mashing or tearing, creating the perfect slices to add to a summer lemonade. Overall, we found that this mandolin was surprisingly easy to use and produced consistent slices. We also liked that it has 30 setting combinations, so there were options for cutting, slicing, and dicing, and the thickness could be adjusted from 0.5 mm to 8 mm. While versatile, it was still compact and easy to store. We also love that it's available in several different colors including aqua, black, gray, red, or yellow, so you can choose the color that matches your kitchen style. While cleaning up, we found that food managed to get stuck in the blade of the Dashsafe Slice Mandolin, and though the device came with a brush to help with this issue, it was difficult to clean out the nooks and crannies. When hand washing this tool, you may need to spend extra time with this tool to be sure it is clean. And finally, at number 1, we have the Microplane Adjustable Mandolin Slicer. If you're looking to create consistent slices and cuts at varying thicknesses, the Microplane Adjustable Vblade Mandolin Slicer is the best mandolin slicer for you. Unlike other mandolin slicers, which tend to have 3 or 4 settings of varying thickness, this model does not have presets, so we had full control over how thin or thick our slices were. We found that adjusting the settings on this mandolin slicer was very easy. We just turned a dial on the back to change to the desired thickness. We found that the Microplane Adjustable Vblade Mandolin was able to cut potatoes at varying thickness with ease, which created smooth and clean slices, especially on its thinnest setting. It also managed to thinly slice tomatoes and lemons without any tearing. If you're looking to switch from slicing to julienne, a helpful setting for making French fries, all you need to do is flip the deck over. We did find that the julienne setting isn't adjustable, so there is really the only option of making thin-cut, shoestring fries. We also found that this mandolin was easy to clean because of its compact size, and it didn't have to be disassembled like other options we tested. Additionally, we liked that we always had control of the mandolin while cleaning because we could hold it by the handle. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.